Welcome to Season 3 of Stir It Up. I'm Shahid Rambali, your adventure chef. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite recipes, a spicy garlic pepper calamari. It's one of my signature dishes at my restaurant here at Marigot Bay. And I have a very special friend of mine who's been visiting me for the last 8 years. Say hello to Mike from Philly, the band leader of Rolling Tumbling. Say hello, Mike.
Hey, what's up, St. Lucia?
So we're going to be using a lot of fresh herbs and spices. I got all my signature herbs like the godite, the shadow benny, a couple fresh peppers, some sesame seeds. We're going to be stirring it up.
Ain't no need to rush things. Let's make it last a while and treat each other to that southern comfort style. She'll tell me some on this you can depend. Yeah, get yourself ready, cause the South's gonna do it again. She'll be my southern woman, oh yes, and I'll be her marigold man.
Hi, I'm Shahid Rambali. I wanted to give you a little historical fact about Marigot Bay. Back in 1967, this was the original film location for Dr. Dolittle, starring Rex Harrison. We actually had a lot of animals brought here, everything from a chimpanzee to a hippo to a seal. And we actually had a very famous piece of the set, the giant pink snail, which was featured in that movie, set on the beach for many years. In fact, as young children, we used to go inside of that pink snail and play inside of it quite a bit. And there's actually a mystery now because it's been missing for quite a few years and everyone says it's somewhere secretly hidden on the island. So that's Marigot Bay. We're filled with mystery, myths, legends. Come on down to Marigot Bay and learn more about our beautiful, beautiful part of St. Lucia. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Stir It Up is brought to you by RGB Hotel Supplies, agents for Island Oasis, and Chateau Margaux.
Hi, I'm Shahid Rambali and I want to welcome you to Marigot Bay, my special corner of St. Lucia, and I'm going to show you all the best features this island has to offer. Chateau Margaux House of Seafood is a local third-generation restaurant located waterside of Marigot Bay. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, offering fresh seafood, steaks, thin crust pizzas, and our own famous fish tacos. Come check out the Hurricane Hole Bar, serving up the best Caribbean cocktails with an amazing sunset view. Chateau Margaux offers live music weekly featuring some of St. Lucia's best local musicians. Come dance in the bay under the stars. Chateau Margaux House of Seafood, located at Marigot Bay. Welcome back to Stir It Up. Hi, welcome to another episode of Stirred Up. I'm Shahid Rambali, and I'm here with my really good friend Mike. Mike's been visiting me here for quite a few years, and we play a lot of music together. We share a passion playing the blues, and Mike and I both like a lot of spicy food. One of my more typical dishes that a lot of my clients will ask me for, especially if you want to add a little spice and aromatic flavors, is my garlic pepper calamari. Calamari is one of my more favorite ingredients to use because it's so you can utilize it in so many different dishes. It can be fried, it can be sautéed, it can be baked. And this way we're going to do it. This combines a little bit of my Indian ancestry and a little bit of Thai flavor as well. And what really makes this dish unique, Mike, is I'm going to use a lot of herbs like I generally do. That's very indigenous to the island. One of the ingredients I like to use is this shadow beni. It's
Shadow beni.
You know, in Central America, it's called culancho de coyote. And you know, the cilantro, a lot of times cilantro, we have a lot of trouble growing it here, especially the conditions, not enough rain. But if you take a little swig of that, you can smell that it has a typical coriander smell to it. We use this a lot in a lot of our ceviches and a lot of our different chicken and seafood recipes.
Probably goes good with wine. We should have wine here for the chef.
Absolutely. I think we're gonna have a little bit of that afterwards. All right, we won't be able to finish this show. So this here is godite. This is actually a local oregano.
Godite.
Yeah, godite. So this is very good for medicinal purposes. You know, it has a lot of medicinal purposes, especially countryside. They'll use it to make a
they grow
bush
a few
tea.
medicinal things on this island.
A few medicinal things, and when you mix them all together, it makes you all good. So we've got a little bit of basil here, and you know the calamari, Mike. A lot of times everyone knows calamari as fried calamari, but it's actually a very versatile ingredient. You could use that. You could bake it. You could saute it. You know, we do such many things with the calamari, and it's very flexible and pliable. The only trick about cooking the calamari, Mike, is you can't cook it too much because then you're going to make it elastic.
Make it rubber.
Rubber. You don't want to do that.
So how are you cooking it today?
Well, today I'm going to do a typical garlic pepper. I'm going to saute it in these wonderful, I got some nutmeg here, some local nutmeg.
All right.
I got a little bit of sesame seeds. You know, I got a lot of garlic, a few peppers, and of course my herbs. So we're going to start, I'm going to have you start chopping some of these herbs up here for me, Mike.
Sounds good.
And we're going to start get started, and we're going to tackle a few of these bell peppers here. You can chop a few into some strips for me. And you know, I got a couple of tomatoes from my garden here. And once we get all of the ingredients chopped up, we're going to start, it's going to be a process, you know, it's very important.
I'm still waiting for the wine.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we had no problem drinking last night.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
they normally don't let me drink in the daytime, you know, I'm a vampire, I only drink at night.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Excellent.
So I've known Shahid for about 8 years now, and we play together when I come down from the States.
Well, Mike's actually, we share a passion, we both play the blues. And for many years, you know, when I first started learning the guitar, I didn't know there was any other type of music but the blues. And, you know, one day, you know, Mike came up in my restaurant and told me he knew how to play, and he's from Philadelphia, and he wanted to play with the band. And I told him, I'm going to try, you know, normally the band doesn't let me play with them, and they only let me play with them because I pay them. And, you know, that's the way we got him on, you know, and Mike is actually the leader of Rolling and Tumbling, a great band there in Philly, and those guys specialize in a lot of rock and blues.
Yeah, so check us out. Go rollandtumbling.com, MikeGoulden.com. That's Guldin. So we've spent a good amount of time together. The last time we were in town in February, we sailed on your cat to Martinique.
That's right. We're going all the way through the south coast of Martinique.
Yes, it was very lovely.
We gave those French guys a little taste of the blues, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. We got some good food in Martinique as well. We had a lot of conch. You know, we did a local bouillon, which is a local Caribbean soup with a lentil base. All right, excellent. So how are we doing on those peppers there, Mike?
Good, we're getting there.
All right, excellent. So I'm going to score up this tomato. One of the key ingredients of this recipe here is the garlic. Now with the garlic, we actually have a little trick that we do with the garlic here. After I peel it, I open the garlic in the middle. In the middle, there's usually a little stem that stays in the middle here, this little heart. I try to take this little piece off right here, because this piece actually makes it a little bit bitter here. That's a little, sort of like a little heart of the garlic. So a lot of times when I do work with garlic,
secret.
yeah, I take that little piece out right there. And that's gonna give the garlic more of a neutral flavor. And maybe when you're done eating this dish and you wanna go kiss someone, they might let you. Excellent, well, we're gonna get started here. So Mike, we got the bell pepper, we got a little bit of the seasonings. You guys know one of my key ingredients is these Scotch bonnet peppers. I use at least 3 different colors, and we have a variety of these Scotch bonnet peppers that grow locally here on the island. So Mike, what we got here is a little bit of sesame oil there warming up with a little bit of canola oil. And what I'd like you to do for me is just to start to toast our sesame seeds and just put a little pinch of that nutmeg that you see in there. And you know, from a lot of my Indian recipes, I learned toasting a lot of the spices and herbs before you cook them actually bring out very unique properties and flavors in each spice. A little bit more of nutmeg there. And then you know what you can do for me? You can go ahead and use this and scoop all that garlic right inside of here.
Right.
You can get that in there. Perfect, perfect. So basically the garlic's gonna mix in with the sesame seeds and a little bit of the nutmeg. And, you know, Mike, what you can do is you could also throw in some of those peppers there. This is the spicy part here. That's all of the peppers. Good, very good.
All right.
Good.
Smelling good already.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give that a little shake up.
Some of these green ones in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Drop a few in there. Now, the thing that I'm gonna add last, Mike, is gonna be our chopped herbs.
Okay.
All our chopped herbs here, I actually don't want to throw them in too soon because what's going to happen is I'm going to cook all the flavor out of them. So it's always good right before you're about to finish the meal, you throw the herbs in and they keep the potency of their smell and their pungent flavor. All right, so we're just going to let this here saute up, and you can smell all of the flavors coming through already with the garlic and the sesame, and also we're just going to add a little bit more pinch of a little bit more nutmeg in here. Very good. I'm just gonna let you stir that up for me.
All right.
And we're gonna get the calamari ready. Go ahead and add a little bit of this in here. Oh, you can hear that starting to pop. Very nice. Just a few more tentacles. Yeah, my favorite part, tentacles. There we go, Mike. Go ahead and give that a little stir up for me. Probably a secret. All St. Lucians like to use it. We have a yellow pepper sauce that's mustard based, and I like to add a little bit of this in all of my spicy dishes to give it that typical St. Lucian flavor. So I'm actually just going to put just a few drops because it's already got the other peppers inside of it. This is just to extract the mustard flavor from the pepper sauce here.
Oh, look at that.
Now it's going to really mix in with the existing peppers that I have. And it's really important not to put too much to make it too spicy. You know, we don't
I like how the tentacles are looking.
Yeah, absolutely. You see how they're already starting to shrivel up?
Yeah.
Get a little bit of character. So, yeah, you can put a little bit more. Perfect. And then, you know, go ahead and shoot about half those shallots in there. Very good. Excellent. Excellent.
I like shallots.
Yeah, give that a little stir up for me. Very good. Very good. That's all coming together very nicely.
This, and then we're gonna play some blues for y'all.
Yeah, so this is actually like, Mike, this is sort of like having all the instruments come together. It's same as cooking, you know? You got a little bit of the vegetables, which could be a little bit of the bass.
It's an ensemble.
The calamari is the lead guitar. That's the star of the show there. And you know, it's all the ingredients has to play a part, just like a band and making music. It all plays its part to come together, and all ingredients are very important. But one thing, when you remember how to make this recipe, it's a process. The toasting those spices is very important. You need to activate the flavor of the nutmeg and the sesame. And if you notice, Mike, a lot of the ingredients I like to use is ingredients that are all locally produced here on the island.
Right.
I find that's the easiest way for me to cook. Instead of having to rely on, you know, sometimes different seasons you can't get different ingredients, but things I know that grows here year round, you know, it makes it very easy for me to have a little bit of the.
What do you think? Are we ready to play?
Absolutely. Oh, I can smell that. It's smelling so good. Excellent, excellent. So Mike, this is a very light dish, you know, so you can have it for lunch, and you know, it has all the flavors to it. I mean, if you notice, we used quite a bit of garlic, but because of that trick where I took the heart of the garlic out, you don't have that aftertaste of the garlic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It really worked.
Yeah, very nice, very light flavor. And all the herbs and spices are coming together. And you see the little tentacle parts here?
That's the rock star.
This right here, this has a lot of flavor in it. All these tentacles soak up all the flavor. It's our garlic pepper calamari here in Marigot Bay. This is Shai Rambali, Adventure Chef from Stir It Up. Hi, stay tuned for On the Rise. Hi, I'm Shai Rambali and I want to welcome you to Marigot Bay, my special corner of St. Lucia, and I'm going to show you all the best features this island has to offer. Chateau Mygo House of Seafood is a local third-generation restaurant located waterside at Marigot Bay. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, offering fresh seafood, steaks, thin crust pizzas, and our own famous fish tacos. Come check out the Hurricane Hole Bar, serving up the best Caribbean cocktails with an amazing sunset view. Chateau Mygo offers live music weekly featuring some of St. Lucia's best local musicians. Come dance in the bay under the stars. Chateau Mygo, House of Seafood located at Marigot Bay. Thanks for joining us again. This is Stir It Up.
I'm Anthony Alexander. Actually, my parents are from Canaries. This is where they found themselves. Both of them are deceased right now. Justina Alexander and Adrian Alexander. This is where I came along, where actually I was brought from Canaries to Castries at the early age of 9, 10, 11. Being a bartender is like putting things to you. For instance, somebody come to the bar and ask you a drink and they have no idea what they want. This is the brilliant thing I like about it. I would just ask them what is it that they don't drink, what is their allergic reaction, and I would go ahead and make my concoction and to wow them. You know, being creative is something like, there's a difference between a bartender and a barman. A bartender is somebody that's creative. A barman that would just serve you rum and cocoa or beer. But somebody that is a bartender, they know the difference between, if you don't have Kahlua, you could substitute it to Tia Maria. If you don't have Galliano, you could use Creme de Manan. If you don't have Contro, you understand, you could use Triple Sec. So that is the creative part about it. So when you wow people, that put taste on people's palates, they will want to come back. And even when, if they are, for instance, they're a foreigner or you call a guest here, when they're about to leave, they will want to cry. They will not want to go because this is what you do. And you could be on TripAdvisor and go and represent St. Lucia all over the world that I have been before. In Barbados, representing St. Lucia, photo shoot. My last award I pick up from Barbados is right there behind me, portraying 17, 16 different kind of rum from the Caribbean, from Guyana, you know, to Trinidad, 1919, and El Dorado from Guyana, and also Captain Blanc from St. Vincent. So all these things, and our very own chairmans, you know, which Michael Spitman and the late Laurie Bernard have traveled with me. I started washing dishes at the bar. Dishes at the bar, young people will tell me, young man like you, why are you washing dishes? And they had a young lady from Human Resource, and they told me, you sure this is what you want to do? I went outside, I tell them, give me a minute to think about it. When I went outside, when I came back, I tell them, you know what? I made up my mind. You sure? I said yes. Because what I was thinking, if you have 1 foot in something, you have halfway in. But if you're not in, you don't stand a chance. So from there, it was at Sanders. I think it was 92 or 93. Washing dishes and everything. In a matter of months, I asked for a transfer because they see the way I was working, trying to learning how to make sauces from my shift, you know, from the kitchen. And then from there, when the opportunity came, when they thought I would go further in the kitchen, no, I went to the bar. As for transfer, I did get it. And again, you have to start from scratch. You start washing glasses, setting up for the bars, come and crush ice. At that time, was crushing ice. So even bar boys have it good nowadays. They don't crush ice. They will just come and put ice. We have to put juices, coconut cream, just set it up. Actually, I've been doing bartending for 16 to 17 years. Whatever you take in mind to do, be good at it, extend it if you have to, but whatever you make out of it, it may not be paying you the monies that you want now. But at the longer run, what is it? You sell yourself as a product, and the knowledge that you bring it up forth. Tending is a top career job because it's just not about making drinks and meeting people. Guess what? You go places, and wherever I've been, and not to say that it have come from my pocket to pay for it, is because I'm one of St. Lucia's very own, and they invest in me, and even people out there see to it that I come on their island or country and to share some experience. So what really happened, bartending is the amount of flair. There's so many things you could do. You have flair, you have moves, you have whatever it is, because a bartender is just not staying at the bar and just serve rum and coke or just serve a cocktail. The concoction you put together, this is the love. Once you love what you love, no matter who's watching, always do whatever you do at your best. Because you know what? It pays back in the long run.
We only make things for one room, your kitchen. Because like you, it's where we shine. And now the revolutionary new KitchenAid 13-cup food processor is making culinary history. It features the first ever external blade control, thick to thin. This way or that way, the new KitchenAid food processor. It's a lot less process and way more pro. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Distributed by RJB, Cornfest State Road, Grizzly. Telephone 450-1110 or 718-7933.
Tom.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm alright, thanks. And you?
Good, thank you. Good.
Tell me, what do you think about St. Lucia?
Absolutely fantastic. Had a great time here. Superb. Done a few trips. Yeah, we did the Bean to Bar. Great day out. Sunset cruise all the way. Absolutely fantastic day. People are wonderful. Really enjoyed it.
Hi, if you're joining us, this is Stir It Up. I'm Shahid Rambali, the Adventure Chef.
There's just some things you just got to understand. You gotta bring me sweet tea and biscuits in bed, no gravy, and whisper sweet nothings like you mean what you said. Oh, she'll tell me, son, only so you can depend. Yeah, get yourself ready, cause the South's gonna do it again. She'll be my southern woman, oh yes, and I'll be her Yankee man.
We met at the restaurant first night we were here. The very first night me and Michelle came here together. We went to Chateau Margaux. It was a Tuesday night, and it was quiet. We had dinner. We're just getting ready to leave, and the band started showing up. So I was like, well, we gotta stay for the band. And I met Shahid that night, and he told me about when, what was his name? John Hammond came and played.
That's right.
In the restaurant.
John Hammond.
You know, I knew he was into the blues right from the word go. So, of course, I jammed with the band that night, and every time I come back now, we jam and we have fun.
Absolutely. And you know, I've played with a really cool set of fellas from Ancillary. And, the blues was something that, I brought with me from living abroad. And being here in the Caribbean, I had to make a big adjustment on playing the blues with guys from down here, because down here the predominant music is a lot of calypso, soca, reggae. However, one thing that gave me hope was I was hearing a lot of country western music, and everyone could two-step, everyone knows country, and I came to the band, I go, hey guys, we're going to do something similar to country, but we're going to slow it down and spice it up a little bit. It's called the blues. And I myself get a lot of enjoyment because I have so many visiting musicians that join in with us with the band. One of the best musicians I can remember, besides you, of course, is a guy from Poland. He could speak no English but had a harmonica, and he came up and put the best show on with us, and we rocked out the blues. And I find, with me, one of the special parts of being here in St. Lucia and having a local band here, especially my venue, is getting all these visiting musicians to come in and jam with us. And one thing that we always have to do is a little piece of blues. And I find the blues for me is it's the way music talks to me, and the reason I play guitar, I'd say 90% of my music, I'm a blues man, and I find that music resonates, and I think it's what the guitar was actually invented for, was playing the blues.
Well, that could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it comes from the heart. It's just good time music. It's good soul.
Yeah.
So people love it.
Coming up next, our cocktail segment, Mix It Up.
The KitchenAid Architect Series 5-speed high-performance blender. Stir, chop, and mix everything from salad dressing to salsa. Puree soup or liquefy fruit into the perfect smoothie. The soft start feature allows thorough mixing without splatter, and the IntelliSpeed motor maintains an optimal speed, even if ingredient thickness changes. Crush a tray of ice in seconds in the 56-ounce shatter-resistant blend and serve pitcher. Premium performance, exceptional results, legendary KitchenAid quality.
Distributed by RJB, Corinth Estate Road, Gros Islet. Telephone 450-1110 or 718-7933.
Stir it up, mix it up, brought to you by Weneka's Liquors.
We are here at Kiwi's, the hottest bar on the strip at Rodney Bay. We are here to make some cocktails using the Weneka brand from RJB Hotel Supplies. My name is Mervyn Charles, and we're here to meet with Mr. Red Cox. Good day, sir. We're going to pass it on to Mr. Red Cox. He's going to be using Weneka, best brand out of Holland, to mix your cocktails. We have 40 different liquors from RJB.
I'll take you through the process. Okay, first, it's chocolate syrup. Then add some milk. Not too much. Then I add a little bit of the Weneka product, one of the best coffee liquors we have right now. Not too much. Add a little bit of vodka. Alright, and last but not least, the cream itself, Island Oasis. Give it that nice thickness. Alright. Then I take my ice and I blend.
Thank you, Mr. Cox. That's why the Caribbean is so good.
Hey guys, thanks for watching another episode of Stir It Up. We'll see you again next week. This is Shai Rambali, Adventure Chef, live from Marigot Bay.